I don't know about you, but winter has really gotten me down. And I didn't realize it. I thought it was me needing to accomplish stuff and, the things that I wanted to take off weren't going fast enough, or I wasn't working hard enough, or whatever. And I don't know, I kept chalking it up to different things, blaming my job and this and that. But I think I come to realize that it had nothing to do with any of that. That all of it had to do with not being able to get out and do stuff. So the weather has finally started to look better, and I've been out working with the bonfire, and today I'm going to go do a tree job and make just a little bit of money, but get something taken care of for a client. And yesterday I had a video shoot at another wrestling event, and that was awesome. So whether it's the tree business or the video business or getting stuff done around the house, now that the weather has gotten better, I can finally do more. And it feels really good. So the topic of conversation is not just doing something to get out of your winter blues. It's just everything centered around doing. I told my daughter the other day, you can't just keep watching TV, watching other people live imaginary lives. You need to go out and live your own life. And that is so true for us too. That in every facet, just to do more is a better choice. I would have never learned how to climb trees like this if it wasn't for doing it the first time, for being scared out of my mind and having somebody on the ground telling me to do it anyways, and just to trust them, and making so many mistakes along the way. That's the only way I learned how to do this. And even today, the more I do, the more I run into things that I've never done before, and then you learn from it. And that changes your confidence. A lot of these self-help gurus want to tell you to talk to yourself and tell yourself that you can do it. And, pretty much say, I think I can. But that doesn't do anything, because you can't fool yourself. Really, we prove ourselves because we've done it time after time again, for when we run into it another time. Like if I do another tree that's a lot similar to this one, well, because I've done it before, now I have the confidence that I can do it again. And even when it comes to something that I've never encountered before, you've proven yourself with all the other things that you've done that you've never encountered before. But yet, you did, and when you had no idea what you were doing, you accomplished it anyways. So this thing, even though you have no idea what you're doing, you can accomplish it too. It's been said that we only learn when we're pushed past our comfort zone, because we learn when we're pushed into the unknown, when we experience things we've never experienced before, that we learn from our failures. So there has to be this level of discomfort. And what about your sense of adventure? So I did this wrestling match yesterday. Now, this is the second match I've done, and this is way different than the last one. And with this one, when the first match started, it was almost like a pre-match. I sat there asking myself, what am I doing? I wasn't even filming. I was just sitting there, taking a knee, going, I don't even know what to do. Like, there's cameras in my way, there's an audience in my way, and I'm like, this is not what I had anticipated. This is different. You know, when the wrestlers were getting out of the ring and there was actually a risk of being hit by one every time they get slammed against the ropes, I had to make sure that they weren't going to be flying out of them and hit me. It was a little bit different. That was definitely different. But with it comes the adventure. I loved it. The guys invited me to go out to eat with them afterwards, and we sat there and talked, and just being able to experience something new and being able to talk to people about it, it's thrilling. What are we doing in our lives that is new and different and outside our comfort zone to where it is an adventure, that it's a little bit of a thrill and a learning curve, and we're going to make some mistakes, and then we're going to get excited when we problem solve. But the only way for any of that to happen is to do something. I have to admit that even if it shouldn't be, a lot of my self-worth as a man, as the provider and protector of my home, is based around whether I'm providing, whether I'm making the money that I feel we need. And in the wintertime, it's not so easy. I can't just go out and do tree jobs in the middle of winter. And it makes things a little bit more complicated. And even the things that I do that could make money down the line, if they're not making money right now, I shouldn't be worried about that. But because I was put in a place to where I felt like I needed to make money, then these other things like YouTube, or even my camera work and video work for that matter, if it's not making any money, or if it's not making the money that I feel that it should be making, it makes me feel like I'm failing in that area, even if I'm not. From what I did last night, that was awesome. That's not a failure. That was exciting. But it's easy to feel that way when money's involved. So the question is, if money wasn't a factor, if you weren't basing the experience off of how much money you were making or whether you're going to make more money in the future, if you could solely just base it on whether you enjoyed it or not, whether you learned something or not, if you treated everything, even money-making opportunities, as a hobby, do you like it? So I've been doing a lot of work around the yard, and mainly I have a bunch of wood from last year and even the year before that's just been sitting here. It was going to be firewood, but it's been here too long, so I'm just getting rid of it. And this year I'm going to be doing so much tree work now that I finally have a truck that I'll be able to get some good firewood. But it's felt really good to get all this stuff accomplished. Kind of makes me feel low when things are tight. But now that I'm able to come outside and I'm able to work out here and I'm able to go do tree jobs, I feel so much better. Looking at my property, seeing all the things that I'm gonna do to it, I feel so much better. Between mental health, like I've been depressed this past winter, and I thought it was one thing, just to come to find out that it's something different entirely. It's just the fact that I need to get out and do something. Like, it's therapeutic to be able to go out and do something and have accomplishment and get stuff done. Let go of all the expectations, let go of like tying your self-worth to things, or, you know, worried about what the outcome may be. Like, if money wasn't a factor, like, would you still do it? Would you enjoy it? You know, even working on your property, it'll make you feel better. Just do something. I'll be honest, I don't really know what this video is about. I don't. I needed this. And I guess I just wanted to share it. A lot of YouTubers, they'll share how they really feel and how, you know, the weather and the seasons and work has affected them. And I guess this is mine. And I don't know if I really should be sharing it with the entire internet, but here we are. And maybe it would help somebody. Maybe it'd motivate somebody to get out there and do something themselves, or quit being lost in their own head. I don't know. Or maybe it just gives me a really good excuse to make another video. Because one of the things that I want to do per se is YouTube. And even if I only get a few views on this one, at least I did it. Like always, work harder and smarter. Stay diligent.